So our topic is adjectives in English. Adjectives are special words that describe nouns or pronouns. So nouns we know are a person, place, or a thing could be an idea. And pronouns are words that can take the place of a noun for us, like instead of saying our name, we say I, we can say she, he, it, you, us, they, them. These are the types of words that we call pronouns. So if you find these words in sentences, nouns or pronouns, and ask yourself what's describing this noun and what's describing this pronoun, you will be able to find the adjectives that we're looking for. So let's say we have a sentence like this. The old dog learned new tricks. The old dog learned new tricks. So we can ask ourselves, what is a person, place, or thing in this sentence, and do they have any pronouns? So here we have the. We know that that is an article. If we call it an article, it's a special adjective, but we're not going to label it an adjective. It's an article. So we have the old dog. A dog is a thing. So here's a noun. Do we have a word that describes the dog? Let's look in front of it. Yes, old tells what kind of dog, an old dog. So we're going to circle, this is our adjective, and our arrow is showing that it's describing this dog. Learned is what the dog's doing. So learned is a verb. Then we have new tricks. Tricks are things that the dog can learn. So tricks are nouns. So do we have a word that's describing what kind of tricks or how many? New tricks. New is the adjective. So we're going to circle new and put an arrow because it is describing what kind of tricks. So there we have our sentence. Number 2, let's do another one. Okay, let's say positive protons are in the middle of tiny atoms. So here we have positive protons are in the middle of tiny atoms. So protons are things that are in the middle of an atom. So they are nouns. So what's describing this noun? What kind of protons? Positive protons. So positive is going to be our adjective, and it's describing what kind of protons. They're positive. Are is the verb. It's one of those being verbs we learned. Is, am, are, was, were. Are is the verb. I'll just put a V on top of it. In the middle tells where the protons are in the atom. Middle is a noun, and we don't have an adjective describing the middle, except for this article right here. Of tiny atoms. Atoms are things, so they are a noun. And what kind of atoms are we talking about? Tiny atoms. So tiny is an adjective describing the atoms. So there we have our adjectives. And now sometimes an adjective can be after a being verb, like she is small, right? She is the pronoun. Instead of saying Sam is small, we can say she is small. And small is telling us what she is. She is small, it's describing her. So small describes she. So there we have it. If you find the nouns and pronouns in the sentence and ask yourself what kind or how many, then you'll be able to locate those adjectives pretty easily. Let me know at school if you have any questions.